But when I re-downloaded it for this, with the updates before I started the streams of this, yeah, I'm playing offline. Not then, okay, right, further up. Yeah, it sort of says that the mods do it itself, but I've noticed that it never rained. Because I had it down low, so I changed it up. Yeah, I'm playing offline because I'm doing a challenge between ATS and ETS, and I've got some rules and guidelines and everything trying to get to a goal, so it's a bit easier. Well, a bit even. It's to see which one is the easiest one to make money and get to the goal on. But I've got mods as well. Yeah, there's the rules. Thanks, Aussie. So yeah, that'll tell you the goal and most of the rules that I'm sticking by to try and see. Bit of a challenge.
Get ready to turn right.
But yeah, it's because I got the mods on, and if which I've done before it came out, so because if I go onto multiplayer, I got to turn the mods off. Then I can lose extra places to go, and if I get garages that are on one of the mod maps, I'll lose well, actually a lot of things
At the roundabout, take the
that I'm currently using at the moment.
exit now.
Good thing about delivering this here is that I can get a delivery straight away. Being this is the company that we got the exclusive contract for deliveries for at the moment. Alright, where do you want it, guys? Don't know why I'm asking them now. I'm not even in the...
Get ready to turn left.
in the yard yet.
Turn left.
Oh, you want it there. Just thinking how... I was thinking about reversing it in through the gate and then...
You have arrived at
But I might as well just come in and reverse it from here, eh? Here we go. Right. A4, please, yep. Need to get actually quite close because I'm going to need a bit of space to turn this around close to the fence, but not too close so I can still maneuver my truck. Probably going to make a fool out of myself here, but I think I've got this bang on. I was pretty close to bang on. I'll take it. We look this way, we'll just make it I was perfect. Hey, course I can't. How are you, buddy? Yeah, it's going well. Especially with parking like that. Oh, I can't. No, it's any mods you can't enter the online stuff. Any mod. Yeah. It doesn't allow any type of mod. DLCs, you need, you can use DLCs, but no mods. I take it we didn't level up then, did we? Well, let's go straight into another job since we're here. Yeah, so, yeah, and I've got quite a few mods. I've got like, I've got pro mods, both pro mods actually. The normal one and Middle East. I had Rush Map, but with a couple of updates ago, I had to find the latest one and I couldn't find it actually. The original link wasn't working, so I've decided to take that off because the Russian DLC shouldn't be too far away for ETS. I'm probably not. I was never going to plan to use Rush Map after that came out anyway. I've got a couple other, but I've got like come on, show me. There we go. Number 1 or number 2? 1 or 2, ladies and gentlemen in chat. Let me know which one you want me to take. If you want me to take the reinforcing bars, type in 1. If you want the timber, type in 2. One with the most votes is the one I'll take. Give you 30 seconds from now. Yeah, so yeah, I've got a lot of mods for ETS, and because I've got also ATS, I've got oh, do you? Oh, they got greases, yeah, greases in it. Pro mods, I think. Yeah, so, and same with ATS, I've got 3 map mods here as well. I've got Coast to Coast, I've got the Mexico one, and Reformer, that's called, isn't it? And, oh, actually I've got Pro Mods Canada and also got Canada Dream and a few other ones. And because one of the more important mods I've got is the brighter lights for streaming. When I'm driving down at night time, it's just it's a bit dark when you're streaming, but if I've got the brighter headlight one, so you can see more of the scenery at night time, which I wouldn't be able to use either. That is the one with the most votes. That is the one we're going to do. All the way back up there again, 15 grand. Yeah, what I'll do, because it's only 7 minutes away from when I normally go off and make myself a coffee and have a little intermission, is I will hook this up. Just drive to the gate and then I'll jump into intermission and go make my coffee, have a bit of a stretch. Oh, there was something I was going to do in the intermission time. Now I've forgotten what it was. The fact that I remembered there was something I got to do is an improvement on my memory, but because I remember saying that I was going to do something when we first started. I can't remember what it was, and I said I'll probably forget to do it. I haven't forgotten to do it. I've just forgotten what I had to do or what I was going to do. Oh, actually, it was to check to see if the Wyoming DLC has got a price on it now. I think that's what it was. Right, I'll just park it up here and I'll jump into the intermission screen. Well, I'll, yeah, go off and make my coffee.
Right.
As usual, it will say on the screen, make a coffee, who wants one. Don't forget there's always the emote there if you want a coffee, chuck it up there. I'll do my best to send it over. It might arrive cold, but I'll do my best. Anyway, so I'll do that, make my coffee and everything, and I'll be back soon, and hopefully you'll be here. Of course, I'll run an ad as well while the intermission's up as well, so yeah. Anyway, I'll be back shortly. Right, I'm back. Sorry, I filled the jug up a little too much, so it took longer to boil. Yeah, it's coming out the 7th, Aussie. I just checked as well while I was waiting for it, and there's still no price on it. And it's I don't know. There might be a new truck, Aussie. They generally bring it out not with the DLC, just beforehand, which might have been part of the reason why there was 2 big updates last night for this. Actually, why would there have been 2 big updates for both of them? You'd think there'd be just for ATS, wouldn't there? So maybe... I didn't actually check. I don't know. We could check tomorrow if we remember. See if we can find a new truck. I'm sure it'd be on Steam somewhere. They would have released it, said what it was. It is out already? Was that yesterday's reason for yesterday's update? Or was it out before that? I'm sort of hearing on the side it was sort of out before it, because like I said, I don't understand unless they brought a new truck out for ETS as well. Oh, okay. Oh, is it really? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it must have been some. Yeah. I didn't think the international was the DLC. I don't recall downloading. Maybe I did. I've got it. I just don't recall downloading it. That's all.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Unless you're sort of incorporating as the, you know,
Exit now.
an update sort of thing, when they did the update and put the international in and calling it the DLC, which I suppose you could really. They just put it in with the game as an update. Yeah, so well, it's interesting. Maybe there was a new one for ETS as well, possibly, because it was roughly the same amount of megabytes for both of them. I don't need to indicate to go around a bend. I need to indicate to get onto a new stretch of road, don't I? Right, so this time we're in bumper view for the scenery and the sound of the engine. Oh, that's what I was going to do as well before I forget. I was going to change that, wasn't I? Is it under audio? Yeah, it is under audio. Congratulations, memory. I'll just change that back to normal UK so it's a bit louder. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely curious. As to why both of them have an update. They would have had the update crash cam. Yeah, because I tend to forget that things are closer than they appear in this view. Yeah, because they always do an update for the game that's about to get a DLC release for the DLC, don't they? And the only one I know that's coming out is Russia, but last time I looked, on Steam it still had TBA, to be announced, for the release date. Same with Texas. Hasn't switched over to coming soon as of yet. Have I still got, yeah I do, I've still got the cruise control set. I think there's no sound difference on that GPS. It almost sounds quieter to me, which it shouldn't, because it's actually louder when you're in the cab compared to the Sound Fixes one. Yeah, it could be. Mind you, I should just look at the patch notes though. That'll give me the answers I'm looking for.
Keep right,
Possibly.
and then exit right. Exit right.
Oh, a little bit louder.
Keep left.
I mean, the keep right wasn't, but when she said exit right, that was louder than the keep right. I'm going to slow down. I don't need a ticket. Don't need to lose money. Come on. Down to 60. Now 40. Come on, make your mind up. Pick a speed limit and stick to it, government. Yeah. Let me in. Don't let me in, you BMW driver, you. Yeah, I haven't noticed, unless it's, was it scenery stuff, or can you remember what it was? Because I can't. Well, probably not, because if you play a game quite a bit, you do notice a change, because it sort of pops out a bit more. I mean, the changes might not be in this DLC I'm in. Okay. Were you in Spain or other countries? Because the scenery bit I might not notice a difference, because the mod I'm using, well actually that just changes the textures really, as far as I know.
Keep left.
Yeah, see what they might have done is, because there's a significant difference in the way this DLC looks to the other one, you know, the rest of them. So they might have updated whatever changes they were going to do, and they put into this one, and just updated the rest of them for those changes. Which, yeah, I don't know if I'll pick that up, because it's been a long time since... Oh, hello. What was that in need of? That sudden lane change. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been in other countries, because I've been sort of stuck in here with the occasional visit to Italy and France. The other thing too is even with pro mods they do sort of change some of the standard parts that have been out in cities and towns and bit too, so you don't know if that's a change or not. Yeah, well it certainly fit in with the rush map, that's for sure. Yeah, I suppose that's the thing. Well, no, it's not really. I just thought, you know what, I wouldn't need the Jazzycat Russian car pack, Russian traffic pack, but yeah, I will, because of course it won't be realistic cars, will it? Real life brands with Jazzycat will, so I will need to download that. Yeah. I just can't do it without pro mods anymore. I mean, I will do like convoy because I have no choice. But the graphical differences, mind you, I haven't really checked because pro mods does add their own graphics as well. As far as I'm aware, because it definitely looked a bit different when I first put pro mods on to the original. A lot better. And the season mods, it's pretty decent graphics as well. Because currently at the moment, when the latest Pro Mods update came out, I switched over my definition file. Originally it was on high performance for the graphics. Now I've got it on extreme performance. And I can tell you this, I've got a constant 60 FPS. Problem is I've got a FreeSync monitor that is not compatible with G-Sync, which is a shame. Because then I'd be able to take the V-Sync options off and have higher frame rates. We'll get a monitor that's got a higher refresh rate than 60 Hertz, so I don't get the screen tearing once it goes over 60 FPS. And it actually depends on the game too, not all the games are like that. In fact, Farming Sim, if I don't have V-Sync on, I get, she said keep right, didn't she? Not that right, I don't think. Or maybe she said keep left. Yeah, I get screen tearing if I'm under 60 FPS, but if I go over it, the screen tearing stops. Problem is, this is actually a relatively new monitor. So I can't really justify going out and getting another one. And it does the job. Mind you, because I stream and it's a lot easier for my PC, obviously, to process the stream if I'm playing in 1080, 1920 by 1080, than in 4K. So I'm playing all my games on my desktop set to 1080 instead of 4K on this monitor. And the other problem with Windows 2, because I got my second screen's only 1080, if I alt tab out, some games it'll, like ETS and Farming Sim, it'll send everything on my other screen over to the screen that the game's on when I alt tab out of the game, and I can put them back, but as soon as I alt tab in, it does the same thing and I lose everything. Yeah, that's what VSync does, Aussie. Because when it comes to frame rate, like, you got your frame rate, you got your refresh rate of the monitor. Now, the refresh rate, some people just think that the refresh rate limits your frame rate, but it doesn't. If you've got a 60 hertz refresh rate monitor, you can still like have as many FPS as your card can provide. But generally, what happens is when you go over the FPS amount is higher than the refresh rate of your monitor, that's what causes screen tearing, because basically it's refreshing 60 frames every second, sort of in layman's terms, you know, for argument's sakes. So if you've got a FPS that's 100, then you've got 40 frames that can't be refreshed fast enough by your monitor. So that's what VSync does, it locks your frames so it won't go over. Some games also give you the option as well to lock your frames and to have a maximum. Obviously if you're in a game and your card can't render at that speed in certain bits, it'll just do the FPS it can handle. Come on, speed up. Europa. Isn't that an oil company, Europa? Oh, I better turn my lights on. There we go. Oh, I love the sky in this game. The graphic, it's just realistic as can be. I think I said it in one other stream, like if you blocked everything off, the screen off, and just had the sky, you wouldn't actually know that if you were watching a video or a game. I think that's how realistic that looks, well, at least on my screen anyway. Even the colour of the sky is just, it's just perfect. I feel like I'm not making enough money quick enough here. I think ATS tomorrow, the way I've been making money in that recently, is just gonna just take off. Gonna be well ahead. I still need about another 110 grand to be able to buy another truck and to get a driver. And we've finally filled up the garage. And then I just need to buy a trailer and then save up for a new garage. And then I can save up to upgrade this thing. Geez, you're keen riding around like that this time of night in autumn? Yeah, it does feel like that at the moment because I can't. Because that's the weird thing is that the company I got the contract with at the moment, and this one has a lot better things to deliver with better prices. Where with ATS I'm with Walmart, and I mainly get pallets, and I don't get much for them. I can go a huge distance and only get like $5 grand, $6 grand. From one state to another. With this one I'm doing a delivery in the same country. For 20 to 30,000. Double figure thousands compared to single figure thousands. But yeah, ATS is just still well ahead. Yeah. But then again, I suppose it might even out, you know. It gives a bit of a thrill. It gives you the impression that one's doing better than the other, you know. Well, that's what I thought. Because I really thought ATS would be miles ahead until I got another garage and another company in ATS. But I mean, ATS might have a company that's sort of similar where it won't have, you know. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think the other thing with ATS is that I can go a little bit further with some of the deliveries that do give me a good payment, and able to, because it's Walmart's. There's a lot more Walmarts around than there is AC Log. So I've got more of a chance of getting a good price delivery back, and I think that might be the difference. And when I get another garage in this one, ETS, and like I said, I'll give you guys the option of what country to stick it in. Then I'll get another company, and I might end up with a company that's, you know, more readily available, a lot more locations around the map than this one is. I mean, I remember for the first half of this stream so far, ETS was so far ahead, I really was worried it was not going to be a competition. But now I'm sitting here thinking, and I sort of had a feeling in the back of my mind, I think I mentioned in the streams that I think ATS might take off. Okay, well that, yeah, that would be wise, so. Which, yeah, I suppose that sort of evens it out because I've got the Walmarts everywhere and ATS, but I get lower payment for deliveries.